All right, a dating coach this time. Her takes aren't bad. Let's see what she says.
The first time a woman lays eyes on you, she is going to notice 3 things that will either turn her on or turn her off. Your posture. Do you hunch over like you're unsure or trying to hide? Or do you stand up straight with your shoulders back and your chest up?
Okay, so on this topic, right? A lot of guys seem to not understand the basics of what healthy physiology looks like. So I think I read some studies a while back about this concept, right? But your posture is somewhat linked to your dopamine slash serotonin levels because in our minds, we have this system that's constantly calibrating us compared to everybody else subconsciously, right? And that system is somewhat tied to our confidence levels. And then, of course, that is tied to our posture. If your posture is good, chances are how you think of yourself is also good. And by extension, your social status is likely to be higher. So there's a lot you can read by a man's posture, and a lot of people neglect this. If we were to go out in public right now, if I take a few people and we just start walking, we just start analyzing and people watching, right? We can tell pretty quickly from that perspective who's likely to be good with women, successful in life, and who isn't. But then for some reason, guys fail to look inwardly and understand that they have that issue, and then they don't take the steps to address it. So at the beginning of this process, yeah, you're gonna have to fake it till you make it a little bit, because if you don't feel good about yourself, you might be more likely to be hunched over. So you have to constantly check in with yourself and make sure you're standing in a way that's attractive, constantly correcting your own posture until it becomes a habit, right? And as you get better and better in other areas of your life, this part will get easier. Obviously, going to the gym is going to make this part even easier because you're constantly working on those muscles that keep things in balance, all right? So this part is definitely true, and there's more depth to it than just simply how you look, right? There's a lot of things attached to posture, and women look for this, so pay attention.
Or grooming. This encompasses your entire appearance. Do you look like you just rolled out of bed and you haven't been to the gym since Obama was president?
So just one minor correction, right? In the modern era, looking like you just rolled out of bed can have 2 separate distinct meanings, okay? Sometimes it does signal that you're nonchalant, right? Guys that package the nonchalant look very well are very different from the guys that actually don't understand what looks good, right? So I just want to clarify that difference because a lot of guys, they don't understand this distinction, right? These days, looking like you're low effort isn't such a bad thing, but low effort still needs to look put together, if that makes any sense, right? Even low effort looks, right? There needs to be some unity in the look. For this particular thing, you're going to attract a very specific type of girl depending on how you play this, okay? So I just want to add that caveat, but overwhelmingly so, she is correct.
Or do you look like you give a beep and take care of yourself?
When girls think that you don't take care, what that translates to is that you don't take the time to put things together in a way that at least looks somewhat cohesive. The key here is having taste and displaying that you put some sort of effort into how you look. This could be things like fashion, grooming, and often neglected skincare. A number of you have asked me about how to do skincare and how you don't know where to start and that is confusing. But that shouldn't stop you from looking your best so you don't miss opportunities with jobs, dating, or things of that nature. That's why I'm excited to let you guys know about the sponsor of this video, Tiege Hanley. Luckily, the Tiege Hanley package has made it extremely easy for everyone, even complete beginners, to get on the path to clear and youthful skin. They pride themselves on keeping things uncomplicated. They put the instructions right on the front of the product you're using. This one right here says AM. And to make it even more simple, they include an instruction card in every box that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. I'm always telling you guys that as men, we have to keep leveling up, and that includes maintaining our skin. Having clear skin will do a lot for your confidence, and Tiege Hanley has made it so easy. Let me show you some of their products. Starting with your daily face wash, like I said, the product explains itself. Just use it every day. Then you've got your AM morning moisturizer that includes SPF 20 for sun protection. And you have your PM nighttime moisturizer. Clean and simple. They also include a facial exfoliating scrub, which they recommend you use 2 times per week. We've got our eye cream for the morning and night. And finally, our super serum for keeping the skin firm. Also morning and night. That's it. The application is really simple, it absorbs nicely, doesn't leave any residue, and you're on your way to clear and healthy skin. I've been using Tiege Hanley for a while now, and they've always made good quality products. But you don't need to take my word for it alone, as they have over 10,000 5-star reviews all around the world. As you've probably heard before, skincare systems reward those who start early, so don't put this off. Because Tiege is sponsoring this video, they're offering an amazing deal. My personal link below will get you 40% off your first skincare system, and they include a free gift. Plus, as a member, you also get 20% off for life. Just click my personal link in the description below to start your skincare journey today. Alright, let's continue with the video.
Your expressions. When you make eye contact, do you look nervous and look away? Or do you hold eye contact and smile?
A lot of guys are so awkward, they can't hold eye contact because they're so nervous to get rejected. I'm not telling you guys to do an intense stare. What I am saying is be comfortable with making direct eye contact with a woman. If you make the interaction weird or awkward, she will perceive that and she will get a bad feeling from it. The moment she gets that bad feeling, you getting her number or contact information is going to be way more difficult, which reduces your odds of success. If you're new to this stuff, it's going to take a while to get used to it anyway, so you will get rejected. But you shouldn't care about it anyway. Eventually, you go through the motions so many times that it becomes comfortable, and then you stop worrying about it so much. It's usually around this point that you start to get good at it, and then you have a way easier time meeting girls. I think in a lot of cases, this is one of those unflattering things a lot of guys don't want to accept. Women like experienced men. I think we're perpetually fed this fantasy that when we meet the right person, that it just works right away and there's no awkwardness or anything. In actual reality, what happens is the guys that take a lot of risks, lose a lot, improve from their losses, and then get better, those are the guys that actually get results. It has nothing to do with this idea of the magical one where you meet someone, you lock eyes, and it's just meant to be. A lot of guys hide behind this coat because it gives them a reason to avoid rejection. You will get rejected. It's inevitable. You can't help it. Girls will reject you for anything under the sun. You could be the most idealistic guy ever in their life. If they woke up that morning, they're not feeling that great, or the weather sucks, or they're not feeling open or feminine, they will still reject you. A lot of guys don't understand this because they always project how guys think onto women, thinking, well, that's so illogical. Why would she reject her ideal man? Girls are irrational. A lot of times when it comes to their preferences, it doesn't necessarily make any sense. It's very subjective. If you start to take this personally, you're never going to get anywhere with women. More than half of the time, guys, they don't even know what they want or like. So it doesn't really matter if they reject you. Just take it as a casual thing and move on. There's even plenty of scenarios where a girl rejects a guy off rip, the guy doesn't really care, and then she comes around in the end anyways. I've heard this story numerous times because girls reject the guy to see how he's going to respond. If you're not affected by that rejection, guess what? You look like the man. In your mind, you always need to frame rejection as an opportunity. If you manage to pull this off, you'll gain way more experience and you'll have much more success later down the road. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out Tiege Hanley at the top of the description below. See you guys next time.